YTBC, what's the deal? So I just wanted to get this news out there. I didn't get a chance to watch the fight. I tried to look it up on YouTube, Daily Motion, tried to just look online for it. Couldn't find the fight, but I do want to get the result out there. Johan Duhaupas returns, dominates Nascimento over 10 rounds. I'll read a little bit of the article from Boxing Scene. French heavyweight Johan Duhaupas, 33-3, returned to the ring with a dominating 10-round unanimous decision over Brazilian contender Marcelo Nascimento, who was 18-12 in Monte Carlo, Monaco. All three judges saw it 100-90. This was Duhaupas' first fight since losing to WBC heavyweight king Deontay Wilder in September of last year at the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. Duhaupas extended Wilder for 11 rounds and had Wilder's left eye almost swollen shut before the fight was stopped. Prior to that, he had an upset decision win over Manuel Charr in April. Nascimento came in as a replacement for Russian fighter Denis Bogtov and is a known quantity in Europe after losing to the likes of Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora, Carlos Takam, and Dillian White. He fought Chisora last September in London, ironically on the same day as Duhaupas and Wilder, and he took the British contender the entire 10-round distance. As for Denis Bogtov, he is on a 2-year suspension after a positive doping test. So again, man, I like to see Johan Duhaupas. I like to see him here in the States. You know, I like to see him against Joshua or Parker. You know, he's the type of guy, in my opinion. Duhaupas, just watching the Erkin Tepper fight and watching the Deontay Wilder fight, 2 of his losses, and he has another loss against Francisco Piednata. Piednata was actually undefeated at the time he lost to him, and that was years ago, around 07, 08, something like that. So, you know, I want to see more Duhaupas. You know, I think he can take any of these up-and-coming prospects. You know, because right now it's, you know, how much better can they outshine the likes of Deontay Wilder and the likes of Erkin Tepper. I watched the Erkin Tepper fight. That was actually a closer fight. That was a pretty close fight. They're going back and forth. He was able to use his jab, fight off his back foot a little bit. He was banging with Tepper. That was actually a good fight. And then the Wilder fight, he closed his eyes. He actually walked Wilder back a few times. Or you can say Wilder elected to fight off his back foot. Either way, he made Wilder's game plan switch up a little bit. I like to see, he's a tough dude, man. 6'5", 83-inch reach, 245, 40-pound guy. So I like to see him in there. You know, I want to see him in, Oscar Rivas is getting ready to fight Gerald Washington. You know, he could probably fight the winner of that, maybe. I don't know where the winner's going to go, but just somebody. Trevor Bryan, Hughie Fury, even a Dylan Carmen to be good. Iju Aganu, Andrew Ruiz Jr. I like to see him in there with anybody, give any of these guys, a run for their money. I think Duhaupas is the type of guy that will give anybody in the top 10 some good work. He may not win the fight. He may not, win the title. But I do think anybody in the top 10 is going to give him some good work based on his experience, his toughness, his size, his ability to fight off his back foot a little bit. Although he's not the most spectacular at doing it, but he can do it. He can, leave out a nice stiff jab, and he's tough. He was busted across had his nose split open, and they stopped that fight. He didn't get knocked out against Wilder. He was going to fight till the end, and he had Wilder's eyes shut, man. So Duhaupas is a tough motherfucker, man. So I didn't get to see this fight, but I'm just getting the news out there that he did beat Nascimento. Nascimento's not an easy guy to knock out. He has been knocked out a few times, but he just isn't the easiest guy in the world to knock out. I remember watching him, the fight I watched, who was he fighting, man? Derek Chisora. And he wanted to air it out with Chisora in the first round of that fight. Nascimento, tall guy, kind of awkward, stand straight up, but he'll air it out with you. He's not just an easy guy to knock out. Just put it like that. So I'm not surprised the fight went to a decision because Duhaupas is not the, he's not a world beater when it comes to knocking guys out. But I like to see Duhaupas back in the States, man, or if he's going to stay and fight some European level fights. I like to see him in there with Joshua or maybe even Parker and see if they can outdo the likes of Erkin Tepper and Deontay Wilder with trying to dispose or just look even better against Duhaupas than those guys. But right now, that's the position I think Duhaupas is in. I don't think he'll ever win a title. He could prove me wrong, but right now I think he'll give anybody in the top 10 some good work, and he just possibly can upset one of these prospects in a fight. Just getting the news out there though. YTBC. I'm out.